One day in middle school, I asked out 5 different girls within a time frame of one school day. It didn't go so well. Hey everyone, how are you all doing today? I have a story about one time in middle school I asked out 5 different girls and I got rejected by all of them. So this is a story pretty much telling you all about my history in asking girls out and some tips for asking girls out. And that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share a story that I thought was funny from back in my past history and give you some advice for the future in case you're trying to ask a girl out and you don't know how. So let's get right into it. Now, I think I was in 7th grade when this happened. I believe it was 7th grade. It was either 7th or 8th. So I'm going to go with 7th when I actually got my first girlfriend in 7th grade. Because at the time in middle school, it was really cool to have a girlfriend. If you were a boy and you didn't have a girlfriend back in 7th grade, at my school at least, you weren't really cool, you weren't in the in crowd, you were a loser. That was pretty much what was perceived with not having a girlfriend. So I wanted to get a girlfriend, obviously. I wanted to be cool, I wanted to be popular just like any other 7th grader would want to. So I tried to get a girlfriend. Now I thought a few girls in my class were cute. I mean, everyone looked pretty good at the age of 13. So I chose 5 girls that I would like to make my girlfriend. And basically what happened is within one school day, I decided to ask them all out because that was a good idea at the time. Anyways, I decided to ask them all out the day before our spring break because I figured that I might as well have a girlfriend going into spring break so I can spend time with them, get to know them. I didn't know anything about any of these girls. I just thought they were cute and wanted to make them my girlfriend. So I decided on this day before the spring break that I would ask all of these girls out. I would start off in a 1-to-5 ratio. I'd say the first one goes first, then the second one, then the third, then the fourth, and the fifth, and I would ask them out in order until someone said yes. In my case, none of them did, but I went up to one during second period, and I said, "Hey, I think you're really cute, and I would really like for you to be my girlfriend. Will you be my girlfriend?" And she actually just laughed right in my face, like, bold, blatantly laughed in my face, and pretty much the answer was no, so I just walked away and kind of left. They said, "Okay, have a good day," and left. I was kind of hurt by that. I mean, when you ask someone out and they laugh in your face, that's not really a good experience. So then I moved on, I think it was fourth period, to the second girl on the list, and I said, "Hey, I think you're really cute, and I would like to make you my girlfriend. What do you say?" And she just said, "No, I already have a boyfriend." I didn't know that. I think he was probably bigger than me because I was a scrawny little kid in 7th grade, so I would have done nothing about that. So I moved on after that, and I believe in 5th period, I asked the next girl out, and I said, "Hey, you're cute, can we be boyfriend and girlfriend?" And she actually had the worst response out of everyone. I mean, I got my face laughed at, and then I got no said to me. But this was by far the worst rejection ever, I think in my entire life. She just looked at me, she let out a little chuckle and said, "You? No way, you're hideous." And I just, was taken back by that, and I was like, "Okay, well, bye," and I just left. So it wasn't the greatest rejection ever, but I did get rejected pretty hard. So I was hideous apparently in 7th grade. I don't know why I was hideous. I think it was because if you know my past in 7th grade, I had that whole farting incident, and then I was made fun of all of the time because of how pale my skin was. And if you know my past history with all of the other story times, then you know what happened to me in 7th grade and how that was the worst year of my life. So if you don't know that, go and check out the other story times. But that's why I bet she said I was hideous, because I don't think I'm that hideous. I mean, I'm a decently looking gentleman now, so I hope I wasn't that hideous looking back in 7th grade. But that's how she rejected me. And then in 7th period, I said to the next girl, "Hey, will you be my girlfriend?" And she just said no. So that's 4 down and 1 more to go, and the last period before we went home, 8th period, after the bell rang, I pulled the girl aside to the locker and I said, "Hey, can we be boyfriend and girlfriend?" And she looked at me and she said, "Not in a million years." She actually said that. I thought that was only said in movies or something, but she actually said that to my face, and I was there for that. So I was just like, "Okay, bye, have a good summer break." And that was the end of that. I got rejected by every girl that I asked out. I batted 0 for 5 that day, which isn't very good. And obviously talk went around the school that I asked out 5 girls and got rejected by all of them, so I got made fun of even more for that, and it just wasn't my year. So that was my history of asking girls out in middle school, and I kind of realized what I did wrong, and I learned more as I grew up. Obviously, it's a learning process, and you just don't get girls unless you're the world's most perfect man. You have to work for it just like anyone else. So my tips for asking a girl out, I mean, coming from someone who's had 3 overall serious relationships and 5 girlfriends total, I'm not the best person to go to for asking people out, but I am a very confident individual. I am a decent looking person, I hope, and I just wanted to give you all some advice that I would have liked to know back when I was asking these girls out in middle school, so I maybe would have not failed so hard. I probably would have failed anyway because of my history at this middle school, but maybe I wouldn't have failed so hard. So anyways, my few tips for you all is to have confidence when you walk up and you're ready to do this, because it takes a lot of confidence to go up to a girl and be like, hey, I want to get to know you better, I want to become your boyfriend, let's do this. It takes a lot of confidence to do that, and everyone has to do it sometime in their life, and it's really even more difficult if you really like the person you're asking out. So when you go up to ask this person out, have confidence. Just know that even if she says yes or no, you're still going to live, you're still going to be an active, living, breathing person with goals and who will be successful in life. Don't let it really destroy you. Just have a smile on your face, be confident, and hope for the best, because whether she says yes or no, you're still going to live, you're going to be okay, it's not the end of the world. Another thing is make it special. Don't just go up and ask them in the middle of school, unless you're in middle school. I mean, I guess that's just classic. I mean, I did it 5 times, and that was pretty stupid because I didn't even know half of the girls. I just thought they were cute. So do not follow in my footsteps and just go up to a girl and be like, hey, girl, you're cute. Let's do this thing. It will not work unless you're the world's most gorgeous man. It will not work because she doesn't even know you. I mean, later on in life, around my age, you can go up to a girl and be like, hey, I really want to take you out somewhere, let's go on a date, and it will work, but you're not boyfriend and girlfriend, you're not dating after one date, you're just getting to know the person better. And that's my advice for you as well, is just to get to know the person better. Become friends with the girl, talk to her, find out what she likes, and then eventually, after you build up enough confidence and you know enough about her, go and make the final move and say, hey, will you be my girlfriend? And do it in a special way that she'll remember and that she'll admire, because that's a way to really hook them in. So that's pretty much my advice for asking a girl out. I can't really say much more. Just have confidence, know what she likes, and do it in a special way. Because if you get to know the person, it will work out in the future, and it will make for a healthier relationship because you'll actually know the person, and you're not just doing it off of looks. So get to know the person, have fun with it, don't strike out 5 times like me, and even if you do strike out 5 times like me, look at it this way. It's not failure if you don't succeed, it's only failure if you stop trying to succeed. So that obviously doesn't mean keep asking girls out until they say yes, but that means don't look at it as you've been rejected and you're a failure and you're ugly. Look at it as you weren't successful there, but you'll be successful in the future. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope these tips were somewhat relatable and helpful, and I hope you just enjoyed hearing about my funny middle school story of me tragically failing, because it's a really funny story, and I personally enjoy it because what was I thinking? I mean, you look back at this, and you're like, what was I thinking? And then I remember now, oh yeah, I was thinking that later on in life I want to be a YouTube commentator and tell stories about my life, so this will be a really, really good stupid thing to do that I could share later and get a good laugh about. So that was it. I hope you all enjoyed. I will talk to you in the next one. Later, everyone.